New bookshelf. Wow, thank you for noticing. We're not gonna say that, no. Hello, it's me. And I'm back after a long time from making videos, which is exciting because I have not done a video in so long. Today I'm going to do a video about how to annotate your books, which is a tip that I think all readers should have in their arsenal for any occasion. First things first, there are multiple different ways that you can annotate your books. For example, like pens, pencils, markers, tabs, and so, you know, there's a lot of different things you could do. I got my supplies. To begin, I pulled out 2 books that I had finished and completely annotated, which are Better Than the Movies and Legendary, which is the second book in the Carvel trilogy. Yes. This should be considerably spoiler-free, so not to worry. If you are worried, I'm not worried. Don't be worried. We're gonna start with Better Than the Movies, which was a really good book. As you can see that there are no tabs. You know, when you pick it up, you're like, not anything special, and then, you know, you open it and you see this. Wow. This is my first annotating style, the kind that I used to do a lot. So for this method, I generally use like markers and like a pencil. I have 4 colors. These are the 4 main colors that I use. Pink, yellow, blue, and green. So each color means a different thing. Pink is like romance. Yellow is funny. Blue is sad moments. Can't get enough of those. I love to write them down so I can read them later and cry. Green is like quotes that I like, happy moments, you know, stuff that I want to remember. And I just dropped my pens. For example, in this book. Basically, she visits her mother's grave. This isn't really a spoiler because from the first chapter, we know that her mother is dead. So if you were thinking that's a spoiler, it's not. And it's really sad. So I highlighted it in blue. I wrote crying record early. This is so sad. I'm so invested. Okay, see, that's kind of things that I like to write. Here are some yellow moments or funny moments. You see these few pages are highlighted yellow. Right next to that, after I highlighted it, I wrote, "That's too funny." Obviously, you don't have to write something like that because it's kind of like a Captain Obvious moment. And underneath that, I wrote, "Ha ha 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 ha." Of course, you don't have to write that either. That's just how I do it. Yeah. Here is a page with a lot of pink on it. She goes, "Wes had grown into a pretty attractive guy. Not like she's in love with him by then. Of course, I was in love with him by then, so I thought it was so funny." And then her friend goes, "This is a date, Liz, a date." And Liz says, "It isn't a date, but I agree that it has date potential." Just setting it up is cute, so I was like, okay, highlight. And next to that, I wrote, "So much potential. It's funny. I'm funny." There's not a lot of green in this book, actually. There are some really good quotes and like things that I wanted to remember, but I feel like I use green the least because like sometimes the scenes that could be green are overshadowed by like yellows or pinks. So there's that. That is this first method of annotating. Legendary is annotated differently than Better Than the Movies. As you can see, this book has tabs on the side of it. I know some people like put their tabs out more so that they can like grab the page, but I don't like how that looks. I like to have it like as flat as possible so I can like shelf them the same instead of like having to worry about the tabs getting folded or bent. I recently got these tabs on Amazon. So I have these tabs, these just generic like rainbow ones. They're like see-through, so like the color's there, but you can still see the words. I also have these, not see-through, I think, but they're really pretty. They're like pastel colors. Oh, never mind. It is see-through. That's good to know. So, Post-it notes. They're clear. Like you can see through it a little bit. Actually, you can't really see that on the camera, but that's why. It's because there's 2. Put the Post-it on top of the page. You can kind of see it shiny. If we were to annotate this part, find the quote that we want to annotate, we could just underline. So I feel like people who are worried about messing up their books from annotating don't need to worry anymore. I found all of that on Amazon. I guess I can link it below so that you can find it. The pink, obviously, means romance. It was also impossible to miss Scarlett and Julian standing next to it, holding onto each other as if they'd forgotten how to say the word goodbye. Orange means like, uh-oh, or I don't like this, why is this happening? The orange moment, I know you don't want to believe me, but Carnival is more than just a game this time. Yellow is funny. She wanted to say something witty or scathing, but to her horror, all that came out was, you should never wear a shirt. Green, things that are happy. Blue, sad moments, spoiler warning. But if Tella didn't play and win the game, she might never see her mother again. This dark purple, I don't actually use it as much, but I kind of use it for like plot twisty things. It says, I care about finding those cards and she's our best hope for it, brother. So this light purple one, oh my goodness, but in a bad way. Like, why did that have to happen? I generally don't use the purples as much. So that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed hearing my annotating advice from someone who from someone who started annotating like way later in the game. This has been a very fun experience. Like I said earlier, if you are interested, the Amazon for these tabs and these sticky notes are linked in the description, so check that out if you are interested in these and where to find them. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!